Hey again everyone, I'm going to make a quick video today following on from my previous web hosting video just to show you a few more features of the web host. You can actually do in-browser file management and also back up all your websites. So we'll show you that now. Okay, so log in to web host in the usual way. For the purposes of all these examples I'm going to use Rockhampton's login. Thanks for that, Jason, for letting me use this. Okay, so the first thing you'll notice when you log into your cPanel instance is there's two new links, CEnet Service Desk and CEnet DNS Service. We've just put these here just to make it easier. If there's any problems, you can log a ticket with us or update your DNS to point to the web host. If you click these links, they open up in a new tab, so you're not going to lose where you are in here. Same for the DNS. Okay, so first thing I'll show you is the file manager. What I'll do first, I'll just show you a blank website. So I've made a test one on Rocky's instance called CEnet test, which is this one here, and you can see that currently there's nothing in there, there's no index.html, so it gives me a file directory listing. So if we go back to cPanel and go into file manager, there's actually, before I do that, there's actually two ways to get to the file manager. Obviously there, but you can also go to Addon Domains, choose the domain that you want to actually test. So we'll just use this one, and you get the same screen. Now the reason I don't tend to go in this way is because when you do, it's all in the same tab, so I tend to forget where I am and I just hit close and it's like, I've actually closed my cPanel, I've got to log back in again. So you have to go back, and then you get back to the home page of the cPanel. If you open the file manager from here, you get a different tab. I just find this a lot easier because I've just got the habit now of going click and I've lost cPanel. So you can see if you do go in through this top option, instead of dropping directly to the school, you drop to the home page of the CEO instance, so you get an overview of every domain that you've got there. So the one that we're going to work on today is this CEnetTest.edu. So the way you navigate around here is obviously you've got your file structure to the side, or you double click the actual folder icon. If you double click the text, that will do the same thing as well. So you can see here there's absolutely nothing in here. So I want to test that this site's actually going to work, so we'll make an index.html on the fly using the file manager. So we'll go to new file, index.html, create new file, and I want to put some content in there. There's actually three types of editors. There's a basic text editor, which, because this is a new file, will be completely blank. There's nothing in there, so you'd need to put the code in yourself. There's also another one which is code edit, which basically just colours in all the text as you type. So as you start typing in anything that's code, it'll actually colour it so you know it's code. Text is obviously still black, so we'll close that. And then there's this one, which is a what you see is what you get editor, or a WYSIWYG. Edit into this, and we can put into here hello world, view the source. You can see it's already wrapped the code around the text for us, so we hit save, successfully save the file. You can close out of that to get back to the editor, and you'll see now when we go into code edit, it actually has put all the code in there for us using the WYSIWYG. So now if I go back to here, you'll see that it was a file. If I now refresh that, I get hello world, and if I view the page source, you can see it's the same. So we know that that page, once it's live, is going to work. The beauty of this actual file manager is you can make changes on the fly. So if you're a diocese that hires a third party to make changes to your website, and it's just a simple text-based change, you can pretty much go into your website from here, make any changes that you like. So we can do edit code, on here, edit this. That's just a redirect, but you could, you know, change the text on the site. If there's an image that's out of date, you could, you know, upload the image. You could download the CSS, make the changes to the CSS and then upload. Any file that you want to change offline, you can just highlight it and choose the download option. That'll download it to your local machine. Once you've made the changes, you just hit upload, browse for the file that you want to put in there, and away you go. And this will take us into making a backup of that site. You can do it via the file manager, but it's very convoluted because it doesn't let you download folders. So even though I've got a folder highlighted there, there's no download options. It only understands a download of files, not of folders. So to back things up, you need to go to backups. You'll see there's no actual backups listed. It's because this button says download or generate a full backup website. So I've made two previously, so if I hit this, the two that were available there, they're available to download. If I click that link, it will ask me where I want to put it. I've already made a download because it's 2 gig, so it would take too long on the video. When you do a download from here, it can take quite a while, even though it's a local machine and you're technically going over the WAN. I think because it's HTML, it does actually take quite a long time. I've found I've had a lot more success by just going straight into FTP, going to the root of the domain like we discussed in the previous video, hit connect, and you'll see, because we're at the root of the domain, those are the two backup files that I've made, and this is the one here that I've already copied across. Over FTP it only takes about 10 to 15 minutes maybe, give or take. Over HTML I've seen it take as long as an hour, so just a heads up there if you do find it's taking a bit too long. So back to this. So this will make a backup of every directory that you have under your CEO login. If you're on a Windows machine, you'll see that it's got a tar.gz. If you're not familiar with this particular file type, you need to use a program called 7-zip on a Windows, or there's another one which is filzip, which I think is FILZIP. I'll actually find the links for those and pop them on the screen for you. Or you could just get yourself a Mac which understands tar.gz natively. Okay, so once you've downloaded your file structure, you then go to the file that you've actually downloaded, Rockhampton, and I've already unpacked this file to this particular folder. It's worth bearing in mind that even though this is a full backup of your Cpanel instance, if you was to restore everything on here back to Cpanel, it's not considered a full restoration. It's a flat file structure, so it's essentially just, it lets you hunt and pick files that you want to upload back to your site. It does download your SQL databases, but to re-import them you would need to do a dump of those SQLs into a .sql file and then re-import that, but that's beyond the scope of this particular video. So if you did have a website where you wanted to change one of the pictures or whatever, or you just wanted to see what it was like offline, you can go into your backup and you'll see that because you've backed this up as the CEO level, everything is under your home directory. So you do home dir and then public HTML, and you'll see this is where all your websites are hosted. You can see I made a backup of this before I'd made the HTML index on that particular test. And again, you can go through all your schools. You can see there's quite a few files there. So what you could do is, if we wanted to change an image, say, or even change the CSS layout on this particular site, olshs rock, we could then go back to the file manager, public HTML, olsh rock, and then once we're inside that particular folder, we can do upload, choose a file, go to the school, choose what you want to upload, and then click open. It'll see that it's already there. I don't want to override it because it's a live site, so I'll hit no. Yeah, and that's pretty much how you would get it back in there. Again, I would encourage you to jump in here and have a quick play around. That's pretty much it. If you do try something and it doesn't work, or you're not sure, give me a call on the service desk number, or log a ticket to the details that are on your screen, or flick me an email. Thanks again everybody, and you may see another one soon. Thanks, bye bye.